What's going on, everybody? Rogue here. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to beat the Sorso deck. I pretty much asked you guys on my in my community tab earlier today, what deck should I be beating series? That kitchen sink deck just won the most recent remote duel YCS, and Sorso has been a deck that's been in a lot of you guys' ASS for a while now, and a lot of you guys, out of 225 votes currently right now, and I did this like 7 hours ago, 54% said Sorso and 46% said kitchen sink. So with that being said, we're gonna do the Sorso video, and if you guys still want the kitchen sink video, post that in the comment section down below. Now, Sorso, beating it is not that hard. It's really more along the lines of how good your hands. For example, right? Most Sorso, I'm gonna say most, every Sorso deck runs off of what? Tokens. So off the rip, I'm just gonna state the obvious. Token Collector is one heck of a card that can defeat this deck. What Token Collector is, it's pretty much a hand trap. What it states is you can special summon him from your hand to the field when your opponent has a token, destroy all tokens, and then when your opponent, while he's on the board, your opponent cannot bring out tokens. Every Sorso deck nowadays, give or take, depending on if they can afford it or not, are gonna automatically run the Brave token engine. And what the Brave token engine is, again, you guessed it, guys, a token. So off the rip, Token Collector is really good for that matchup. Now, let's say if you guys are on a deck that don't want to utilize Token Collector, or if you guys are like, I don't like Token Collector because they can just use their team monsters, bounce it back to the hand, and still try to pop off, which is definitely true. However, with that being said, I've brung it out on people in this GG no re. Another reason this deck is pretty easy to beat is because it loses to things like Artifact and Lancia. Now, it doesn't directly lose to Lancia like you guys may be thinking I'm saying, because I've Lancia them and still lost before. However, what Lancia does, especially if you do it during the standby phase, if you play against that deck, I'm sorry, yeah, during the standby phase, just do it Lancia during the standby phase against that deck, because if they open up once again a Brave token engine, it's gonna be a dead engine, and then also it completely shuts off their Tingy engine. So if they have a heavy Tingy hand, they're SOL. There's a reason why a lot of people are running Lancia in the main deck outside of PK. Other than that, ways you guys want to beat the deck, you guys should be tutoring your deck. I'm sorry, tailoring your deck to have heavy hand traps as format anyway. So things like Ghost Ogre is really good, because anytime they bring out a Sorso monster to make the token, you can Ghost Ogre their way. And while their token might still be on the field, you still have got rid of the monster that they're going to use. So that way they can't make their synchro someplace. Other good cards against that matchup. Effect Veiler is really good. Infinite Impermanence is really good. Ash Blossom is kind of hit or miss depending on if you hit their Brave token engine or not. And then other ways for that matchup is, like I mentioned to you guys before, Thanos Dragon. Now, I'm going to test out Thanos Dragon eventually, because I really think that card has a lot of potential. The reason why a lot of people haven't tried it out, because everyone's Scythe locking, even some Sorso decks. Outside of Scythe locking, though, people are also doing DP in every deck because they can make Verde into Conde. But Thanos Dragon, outside of what Thanos Dragon does for the Sorso is, because they bring out Link monsters, you bring out Thanos, and Thanos prevents them from targeting your field. So if they're gonna go ahead and try to 10 engine and break your engine, Thanos Dragon can help you against that. And then off the rip, a lot of people like to take Forbidden Chalice against this matchup as well, because once again, it's good negation for the token making. So that way, when they try to special summon a monster out, instead of having an Imperm or a Veiler, you can chalice them and then stop their token from making, which can completely screw them up. It can really hurt that deck really bad. And then other than that, chalice is good as well, because they got Griffin on the board. And let's say you didn't open up the Imperm, you have chalices in it, or if you already wasted Imperm on another card, you got a chalice for them to waste their Brave token Griffin. So that way, they'll have to rely on their Sorso field. Now, other than that, though, Sorso is there's not really too many other Sorso cards you guys should be citing for this matchup. I mean, they have the one guy that can negate monster effects by banishing a Sorso card out of the graveyard. They obviously have the main negation monster. However, with that being said, like I said, the deck is, you really just got to go tit for tat and just stop them from making tokens. Like I said, Token Collector and Lancia are the better cards. And you always want to just try to stop them just from bringing out and resolving their monster effects like the freaking main deck Source Soul monsters. And like I said, the Team Engine, they play that specifically because it's just going to get them there. Now, it's time for some spicy text. I always like the different cards to help you win in time. You guys already know, I hate the new time rules, it sucks. But if you guys can win with the time rules, it's awesome. There's a ghost card, I can't think of the name right now, I just thought off the top of my head, that says every time your opponent special summons, you gain 500 life points. I'll have a picture on the screen, so I can't think of the name right now. If you side deck this card against Source Soul, you can really just F that deck up, because if you win game one, they win game two, and there's like 2 minutes left on the clock. As soon as they start popping off, unless they want to just end on a super mediocre field, they're going to off the rip give you about at least 1,000, at the very least 500 life points. And even though they can kind of burn, they have a main deck card that can burn you, the fact that you stopping a lot of their special summoning can really pitch you ahead to the point where they might even want to bring out their monster that can burn you. Now, with that being said as well, by them in a mediocre board, it allows you to OTK them. Just like Ghost Letting Moonlit Chill. They try to bring out a monster, Ghost Letting Moonlit Chill their monster, like the one that pitches a Torso, I think it's a Torso or a Worm from the hand to special summon himself. If you negate that with Ghost and Moonlit Chill, and they synchro it off, then you're going to get burned for life point damage. And while they're burning you, you might have enough time to put more damage on board to attack for game. I mean, there's plenty of different ways you guys can beat this deck. Like, this deck isn't as intricate, in my personal opinion, like the PK matchup is. It's more along the lines of how good the opponent's hand is. Because if they have a hand, they have Team Engine, and you stop that with a Lancia, they're going to end up on a mediocre board of maybe one Synchro monster, maybe two, and pass. But with the Team Engine, they can pop off with DPE, Verde, all that good jazz. But if you could coincide of just opening up, and if you could pray to the Yugi guys and open up Lancia and let's say Imperm, you Lance Imperm them, they're just going to pass their turn because there's nothing they can do. Also, off the rip, for you hero players out there, or for you guys that just like to beat people, you guys can also, if you guys are playing a card like Master or Dark Law, for example, or that stupid hand trap whose name I can't think of right now that says cards have to be banished, the fact that all their Team Engine gets banished, it's the same concept of Lancia, where what are team monsters in the graveyard, they can't banish to use their effects. If they're already banished, they can't banish to use their effects. So cards like Dark Law is really good against this matchup as well. And any card that can keep their cards banished long enough so that way they can't resolve their teams, which slows their deck down significantly. So that's pretty much how to beat Source Soul deck in detail. If I left out something, let me know how I did in the comment section down below, and post out what I left in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what episodes of the beating series you guys want to see in the future. Also, before you guys leave, smash that like button. Check out the description down below. I do have a lot of my channel sponsors down below. If you guys are going to purchase Yu-Gi-Oh products, you can get it through my TCG player. You can do it through TCGmint.com. And you can also do it, if you guys like Imperium Duelists, you also can go to their website and save 10%. All right, it's your boy Ro, giving you guys how to be Source Soul, and I'm signing out. Peace, stay innovative. Deuces, you guys have a great rest of your day.